All right, so I'm back. I have to do levy. I am sitting on $10. I can buy another marquee and another church. Do I put it in Spain? There's a big part of me that says yes. Why would I do it in the pagan region? Having a marquee in the pagan region, they can do suppress actions there, I guess, but so I'm looking at like siege. See, a marquis can siege, but he has to roll 3 times the leader bonus. So if the leader bonus is +2, he has to roll a 7 or 8. And if it's a +3, he can't take it on at all. We are starting to get money, so we could do gifts now. And the marquis can pay a gift just as much as Charlemagne can. You only draw 1 from the hostile cup, too, when you do that. And then you can eliminate units. I've never done a gift ever because we've just never had any money. All right, so let's get cracking here. I think we're going to go into Spain and make a marquee. I'm going to put a marquee there. So I'm going to do a forced march, or no, I'm just going to do a suppress action, because here's why. Roads and boats are here. Oh, wrong company. That's not Hollandsville. So we're going to just do, I think I can just take the roads all the way to here. So now I'll do a suppression action here. It's just a 3. So I rolled a 4 and I suppressed both of these units. So they're out. And then we take a friendly to an unfriendly. And then we draw 2 from the hate cup. And we have Paris and Bavaria. Okay, so now that I'm here, I'm going to spend $6, which puts me down to 4, and we're going to get our last marquee on the board, right here. And when I build a marquee, my taxes go up +2, so I'm up to 20 now. And 1 unfriendly goes to friendly. And 2 from the hate cup. 2 from the hate cup. We have a Swabia and a Vars. All right, now I gotta get my ass to Mars, or Rome. Okay, so this roads and boats thing is confusing me. So I'm moving into blue. So does that mean I get to just move all the way through it? I just gotta look it up. I've never had roads and boats before. And it's technically bridges and roads. All boxes within a bridges and roads region are considered adjacent to one another, and any box and other regions that are adjacent to those boxes are also considered adjacent. If 2 or more bridges and roads regions are adjacent, treat them as one contiguous bridges and roads regions. When an enemy unit enters in a bridges and roads region, it's eliminated. It is not put in the dead pool, but rather in the friendly cup. Ooh, I did not know that. Why is that not listed here? So under hostile reactions, it doesn't say if there's a road and bridge. Oh my gosh. Isn't that like a serious missing thing? Right there. If I'm drawing from the hate cup, and it's going to go in a spot with the Moors, it's eliminated. If it's going to go in a spot with Charlemagne, it's eliminated. And actually, I've been doing this wrong too. If it goes on a spot with a marquee, I get to roll against its resistance, and if I pass the resistance, it's almost like a suppression check. It's eliminated, so it actually doesn't even go underneath where the marquee is. And obviously I've been doing these right, because these ones I've been doing for a while. And then, you know, you have the Moors, and you have the Vikings. If there's peace or tension with the Byzantines, and then there's the intrigue chart. That doesn't say anything about roads and boats, or bridges, or lions and tigers, oh my. And if you read under the bridges and roads, it says bridges and roads have another quite major effect on, see, quite major, they even emphasize that. So you'd think a quite major would make it onto the player guide. When an enemy unit, but not Moors or Vikings, in a bridges and road region is eliminated, it is not put in a dead pool. Okay, so it gets placed there, but then when you eliminate it, it goes straight to the friendly cup. Oh, that's... I'm glad I read it a second time, because I misunderstood it the first time. But that would explain why it's not in that section. It definitely doesn't belong there. But where does it belong? I mean, it's sort of like this own little rule all by itself. It's not written in the roads and boats section. Okay, I might be handwriting on my player guide, so I don't forget that. That. So let's say it did go to the dead pool. What I would do then is I would just add a dead pool, resolving the dead pool phase. I would just say, if roads and boats, oh, we wouldn't know what region it came from. That's why. Yep. Okay, so I have to just remember that. I'm never going to remember that. I'm awful at remembering things. Okay, so where were we? That's right. So if I understood roads and boats, this is adjacent to this, which is considered adjacent to that. Like this is all one contiguous thing. So if I do a move from here, I can go all the way to there. So I'm going to do a forced march, which would go here and then to here, all in one move. I think I did that correctly. So then I'm just going to draw one from the hate cup. And I got a Saxons too. Okay, so now I'm going to move my marquee to there. It's eliminated. One friendly to unfriendly. And two from the hate cup. There's an intern and a Briton. All right, next up, I'm going to try to suppress Paris here. I need a 5. I got an 8. Okay, so friendly. Oh, now see, I have roads and boats here, so this does not go to the dead pool. He goes straight to the friendly cup. He would have gone there anyways, but that's how that works. So I'm not even following the rule. I just spent, what, 8 minutes of your life explaining to you I need to remember it, and then I forget it the very first time it comes up. And that came up within, what, 45 seconds from, okay, Lombardy. And Saxons won. All right, this guy is going to go try to eliminate here, and Charlemagne gets rid of 2 units, but this guy's only going to get rid of 1. And we did. We got rid of 1. So this guy goes there. Friendly to unfriendly. And I'm going to draw 2. And you can know I'm stubbornly sitting in Rome because I don't want to lose out on things. Moravia. And yeah, they're really packing up there in the Balkans. Okay, this guy is going to try to eliminate Lombardy. And he failed. Friendly to unfriendly. Oh, we got 2. This one goes to Fulda. You could have Fulda me. And this one, see, also goes to Fulda. All right, so that means I'm gonna go try to eliminate a Fulda. And of course I fail. Friendly to unfriendly. And draw 2 from the hate cup. Saxon's 2. And Gascony gets a 3rd. All right. I'm going to try to suppress this one. I need a 6 or better. This is a tough roll. I fail. Friendly to unfriendly. And 2 from the hate cup. All right, so this one, that's a Viking. So he goes in the purple. And this is a Briton. All right, I'm gonna go suppress the Briton. And I succeed, so that one's gone. And 1 friendly to unfriendly, and 2 more from the hate cup. We got a Croat and a Bavaria. Not happy about that. So Lombardy is going to try to get rid of his. Oh no, don't end the turn now. Okay, my friendly cup is empty, and there is a rule on this, I just don't remember it. I don't know why I can't find it now. They have a thing where they talk about how to do cups. Cup adjustments. Nope. Oh, come on. This rule book is not that thick, so I'm the one being thick right now for not being able to find this. There's a section where it explains this game uses this, here we go, campaign phase. What happens if a cup is empty? It's even a section. That's how blind I am. If the friendly cup is ever empty when you reach into it, perform an unfriendly to hostile cup instead. It's likely to happen a few times depending on how you're doing. So that was like a wink wink. He's trying to tell me I suck at this game. That's not really nice, Mr. Rules Writer. Okay, unfriendly to hostile then. And then I have to draw 2 from the hostile cup. And I was worried it was going to end the game, or end the turn, because if it ends the turn now, we're not going to get... All right. My marquee cannot do a force march. So I'm just going to move. That's going to draw 1. And we have a Tutti Frutti. So now the marquee is going to go try to suppress there. I need a 5. Got a 4. I don't have anything in the friendly cup. And here's 2 more. That's a more. That's amore. All right, Saxons 2. I got a leader that just formed in the Saxon region. Okay, I really need to get this Bavaria guy, so I got a 7. So Bavaria guy is down. Black Hawk down. And I am just moving stuff into the hostile cup over and over because I have nothing in my friendly cup. All right. Drawing 2. This is another Viking. And it's going into the purple region. And then this is a Valeri, which forms another leader. So the Saxons are back. They're back, baby. Okay, we're going to try to suppress Spain here. I need a really high number. And I roll 1. That's how we roll. Ha 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 ha. And now I'm drawing 2. And we have a leader that's just appearing in the Balkans. That's going to prevent me from killing units there, which hurts. And we end the turn. Okay, so now we got a lot going on. I'm sitting on 4 gold. I'm going to spend 3 for roads and boats. And I'm going to get it here in Italy. So 1, 2, 3. We're going to get roads and boats. So that causes our taxes to go up 1, and we're going to get 2 victory points. So that puts us at 51 victory points, and our taxes are at 21. Okay, so that's my build phase. Now we have to do Vikings. 1 is removed from the marquee, others are paid off equal to the number of Vikings in the region. So 1's killed for free, and then we have to pay $1 for the other one. And I had exactly $1 left. So I don't even know what would have happened if I didn't have the money. I think, oh yeah, because he would have stayed then. That's what would have happened. And then I wouldn't have scored points. That wouldn't have been good. Not nice, Mr. Designer. Okay, Byzantines, nothing. England, nothing. Oh, I skipped the Moors. We're actually supposed to roll for this. I only need more than a 1, and I get a +1. I actually get a +2. So it was more than enough to eliminate, is what I'm trying to say. And I forgot to move it from peace to hostile, but we're done. England is very happy with our progress. We move up to 6. And then the Vatican. We are the champions, my friends. And because we are so awesome, we aged. And now we're this old, decrepit man. Right, we're the Holy Roman Emperor. We increase our taxation by 3. 1, 2, 3. That is good, 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 good. Okay, and then +1 to all DRM. So here you can see we're going to get +1 anywhere that's not pagan, and then +2 in Italy. And then +1 to our battle purchases, which I haven't been doing a good job. We're up to like 5 now for that. Okay. All right. I have an empty friendly cup, and we need to fill it up. So quit being meanies. Okay, the pagan leaders. Eliminate all +1 leaders. We don't have any. And I meant to say non-pagan. If I have a finished church and no Vikings and no Moors, I get to eliminate the topmost unit unless it's a pagan with a leader. The pagans we don't get to do anything with. And actually that only happens if, yeah, never mind. So we get to get rid of the topmost unit. So all 3 of these are gone. And that's why I planned what I planned. Although, 1, 2, 3, sadness. I needed to be enemy free during the diplomacy phase. I didn't kill these guys until the end of turn phase. So diplomacy came first. So we didn't do it. But these ones they really are all eliminated. So that part's good. And since there's roads and boats here, they go to the friendly cup, and so do all these. They don't even go to the dead pool. Okay, money. We are getting $21. We're gonna lose 1, 2, 3, 4 for marquee, 3 for church, 2 for troops. And then I see 2 leaders out there, 3 leaders actually. So we're gonna lose 3 more. 4 leaders, putting us to 9. Vikings go into hostile cup. The Moors go into the unfriendly cup. We do have a Frank presence there, so these guys are going into unfriendly cup. These ones are going into the friendly cup because we have a church and no enemies. So these guys go into the friendly cup. These go into the hostile. We have 36 points of troops. I believe we do. (24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34). I forgot to promote this turn, so I knew I was going to get 36. So we're at 36. And we move up. So now the troops need to be at 40. So I need 4 points of troops. And 45 victory points. I'm currently at 51 victory points. So the victory point threshold is not a problem. The tax threshold needs to be 18. We're at 21. So really the military is the only issue at the moment. And of course I'm sitting in Rome patiently awaiting my crown and not getting it. So now we go to the levy phase again. So here's where I can buy some more troops. I am at $9, which is enough for some roads and boats and churches. But I can't become Holy Roman Emperor and build a church at the same time. So what I'm going to do then is I'm going to spend $3. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to get a level 2 knight and a level 1 troop. And then I'm going to promote a level 2 to a level 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1, 2, 3, 4. So 9 times 3 is 27, 29, 31, 33, 35, 37, 39, 40. That's exactly enough to pass the next threshold. Then it goes to 44. So we just got to keep up with the Joneses here. So thinking, action time. So what I want to do, this top unit would have been eliminated and he would go in the unfriendly cup because I have a marquee there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just start suppressing with this marquee. And I fail. Friendly to unfriendly. 2 friendly goes to unfriendly. And then 6 goes to the hate cup. We got all kinds of goodies there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so now friendly to unfriendly. And then 2 from the hate cup. We got a Viking already. And we have another Saxon. All right, let's try to eliminate. That failed. Friendly to unfriendly. 2 hate cup. We got another Viking. And we have a Burgundy. Try again. I failed. Friendly to unfriendly. 2 for the hate cup. Saxons 1, Saxons 2. We get a leader in Saxons 1. And Saxons 2 just grows its pile of doom. Trying again. I fail. Friendly to unfriendly. 2 from the hate cup. We have a Lombardy trophy. And another Viking. Okay, Charlemagne himself is going to go eliminate this Lombardy, and I do. This goes straight to the friendly cup. Friendly to unfriendly. Draw 2. We got an intern and one in Poitiers. Sidney Poitiers has arrived. He's not signing autographs though, so don't ask. Okay, so we're going to force march to here. And that draws 1 from the hate cup. Because we hate you. That's amore. It's fragile. It must be from Italy. So we're going to force march to there. Draw 1 from the hate cup. Another more. Okay, now I got to look at what happens because I think it goes here, or maybe it goes here. Let me check. Place in It can be slowed by a marquis, and it can ambush Charlemagne. All right, I gotta. The player guide is not enough. I know there's a lot more rules to this. Okay. All right, okay. It's Joe Pesci time. Okay. All right, so anytime you get one of these, it's just like maybe like a State of Siege game. This is occupying here, so this guy would go here. And when he goes here, he kills all the Spanish units from that space. Now, the Marquis is fine. Nothing happens to the Marquis. But if there was ever another one of these, the Marquis would slow them down, and 2 Moors have to be in Gascony before the 3rd one goes there. Now, we do need to get rid of the Moors, and I think you can get rid of them. How do we get rid of them? By the way, we're not at peace. Oh, that's right. We have to roll the die to get rid of the topmost one. But is there a way we can attack them? Oh yeah, here's another neat trick to the game. See this end turn marker here? Let's say I don't want the turn to end. If I do a battle, remember after a battle's over, we resolve the dead pool. The dead pool rules say that this goes back in the cup. So I can actually prolong the turn and put that back into the cup, and the game won't be ending as quickly. So that's something we've not done yet, but I wanted to make sure you knew that that was an option to you. It's a pretty cool option, but obviously you have to do battles and hurt your troops, but it's definitely something you can consider. What I'm trying to decide is how do I get rid of, can I get rid of Moors in any way other than the diplomacy? And my answer is no. Well, here we go. Charlemagne can target the Moors with a battle action to remove the pieces from a box, provided we're not at peace. Otherwise, it must be removed via diplomacy, so it has to be Charlemagne. I can't do it with my Marquis. That makes the Marquis a little weaker. But However, the additionally for the turn in says you get to eliminate 1 unit in any box that the marquee is in. And that's going to include the more, I believe. So at the end turn, there's an additionally section. Eliminate the topmost enemy unit in any box occupied by Charlemagne or Marquis without a leader. The enemy unit includes the Moors. It doesn't include Vikings because Vikings don't actually go in a box. But I think a Moor is considered an enemy unit. I'm trying to get confirmation. It says the Moors are a special kind of map unit, but it doesn't say that they're enemy unit. I'm wondering if I can't destroy the Moor with my marquee. I mean, that's the whole point of putting the marquee there, right? I don't think... It just says topmost enemy unit. Is the Moor... I'm not at peace with the Moor, so that means I'm their enemy, right? If it's in the rulebook, I don't see it. I do see that Charlemagne can eliminate them through battle. That much I do see. And then it says, otherwise you can eliminate them through diplomacy. So I guess from that point of view, it's not considered an enemy unit. It's a special unit that the Marquis can't get rid of at all. All the Marquis can do is prevent him from moving a third space, which I'm not sure how helpful that is. So if I do the diplomacy, for example, if there are Moors on the map that can be negotiated with, roll the die, adding or subtracting the PAM. Compared to the number of Moor counters on the map, not the boxes. If the die roll exceeds a number, eliminate all Moor counters from the northernmost box. So there you go. The Marquis could cause them to stack up, and then you get rid of 2 of them instead of 1. But it's only the northernmost box. And then we flip it to peace. So it's an interesting thing. Okay, where are we at? I want the game turn to actually end, is what I'm trying to do. I've been using this guy to get rid of stuff. I could go up here to try to knock these ones off. We're going to lose 2 gold because of the Vikings. Things aren't okay at the Walton Ranch. This thing is a pain in the butt, having to stay in Rome. When I finally get this thing done, then I can get Charlemagne out and we can go start kicking ass again. The only reason my kingdom's falling apart is because I'm dinking around with the Pope here. How many more Moors do you think I'm going to draw? I'm going to go and try to eliminate this one. So let's do it. And of course I fail. Friendly to unfriendly. 2 hate box. And oh, we got an intrigue. And another Viking. Oh my gosh, that Viking showed up here. Because there's already 3 Vikings there, so now the new one goes into blue region. We're really getting a lot of Vikings now. Okay, intrigue is intriguing. Haha. First, do we meet the threshold for the current turn? If so, defeat the intrigue. The current turn's threshold is 45 points. We have 51. You are defeated, Mr. Intrigue. Bye-bye. Sayonara. Chai-chien. Okay, so I'm going to try to do this again. And I do. I finally got rid of them. There's no roads and boats. So we move to the unfriendly. We draw 2 from the hate cup. And I have another Moor. Oh no! I was stupid. If I get one more, oh no. And see, I got to get Charlemagne up there and start kicking some butt. Okay, Saxons won. Oh, I'm going to be dumb again. I'm going to go eliminate the last one. I failed. The friendly cup is just lost its last unit. And I'm drawing 2, and there we go. We have an intern. Our misery is finally put to a rest. And then the Croats get a leader just in time to make us lose another gold. Okay. So we go to the building phase, and I'm building more roads and boats. This one already had roads and boats. I forgot to flip it over. I'm going to build one in Britain, roads and boats. Flip it over, flippity flippity, and oh, it has to have no Vikings. I cannot do a flippity flippity, so I gotta yippity yippity back out of there. So nothing I can do about that. I don't think I can build anything. I can't start a church. Okay, so nothing done. Vikings. We kill one from each region. And then you can see I have 2 more here, so I'm going to lose 2 gold. So treasury down to 4. Okay, and then the Moors here, I do get a +2 to my roll. No, I get a +1. No, +2. So I rolled a 6. It's greater than 3. So this one is destroyed, but not the other ones. Okay. Next. No Byzantines. England. We definitely meet the threshold. We move up to 7. Next. The Vatican. Yes, yes, yes. I finally get to do it. All right. This flips over. Now I add +3 taxes. I'm up to 24. And what else does it say I get? Oh, +1 to all DRM suppression. Unfortunately, that's it. Okay, non-pagan leaders eliminated. There are none. Finished church with no Vikings and no Moors. We eliminate the topmost unit in every region. So this one's gone, and he goes straight to the friendly cup. He's flying the friendly skies. That's it. And otherwise, nothing in the pagan regions. Additionally, eliminate any unit that Charlemagne or Marquis have, so the Spanish one's eliminated. And next, we get our monies. We have $4, and we're going to get 24 more, so that puts us to 28. Then we have 2 level 3s. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 marquis, and then 1, 2, 3 churches. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 leaders, enemy leaders on the board. So that puts us to 14. That's still good money. Okay, just making sure I paid for everything. Oh, we lose 1 for every box occupied by a Moor. So we're going to lose 2 Morae. And 2 more. Wink, wink. And gotta resolve the Deadpool. All Vikings go into the hate box. They dial 1-800-HATE-A-LOT. And then we go to the Moors. If the tension is at peace, they go to unfriendly. That is true. We are at peace, even though there's 2 of them there. And they go into the unfriendly. Now here's what's interesting. I can't go battle them until we're at tension again. So that means a new one needs to come out. Okay. turn end goes to the hostile cup. And I'm pretty sure these are going into the unfriendly cup. There's enemies and there is Frankish presence, so we don't have a finished church with no enemies. So yes, they go in the unfriendly cup. All right, and then 2 friendly to unfriendly, which is 1 whole chip, and 6 is going into the hate cup. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can tell you that all those units were yellow. So we got a lot of Moors and stuff that went in there. Okay, so now we score some points. Let's get our child support checks here. All right, so we got 1, 2, 3 empty regions. So we get 3 points. Then we have 1 intrigue marker. We are the Holy Roman Emperor. We are the King of Lombardy. We have 4, count them, 4 marquee units. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we have 3 churches for 3 more. I sort of understand why maybe you build a church in a pagan region now. This Spain region is actually not fun with the Moors and the way they work. I mean, having a church down there is not necessarily helpful. So I can see why a church would be built somewhere else instead. But the problem is I put the marquee down here. I don't know. Having a marquee here makes sense, but I still think in the beginning of the game, the Vikings are a bigger issue. Okay, so we start our turn, and the first thing we need to do is we need to prevent these Moors from spreading. So I have to do a force move. And I'm going to draw 1, and it's Burgundy. Now, it says that you have to do an action here. I think I'm going to do a forced move, but it says I can't do a forced move where there's an enemy. But if this is considered an enemy, then I would have removed it for other reasons. So Mr. Designer, you can't do it both ways. So if I do a forced march, move to an ancient adjacent box without enemy units. So if that is an enemy unit, then that means I can kill it with my marquee. So I'm going to assume that it's not an enemy unit. It's a, quote, special unit, which means that my forced march would have moved me to there. And so that's where I am. And I'm just going to sit there and try to hold back the Moors. Okay, so now I need to get Charlemagne out of Rome, because Rome sucks. And I'm looking. I can get some money. I can kick some pagan butt. Now, for the first time, I'm actually considering that move where you can just kill a whole bunch of pagans for nothing. In fact, the forced conversion you can do with a marquee. But what am I going to do? I think I want to do a siege. And I'm going to go all the way up here because these are all roads and boats. And we're going to siege there, up in Saxony. It's a +2, so it means I need a 5 or better. I rolled a 7. It was as if I knew what I was doing. So 2 units, 2 utes. My goodness, I just can't. 2 utes are killed, and $2 into our treasury. An unfriendly goes to a friendly, and then 2 hate cups. We got Tutti Frutti, Oh Rudy, and a Viking. These Vikings are getting annoying. Okay, I'm gonna just play hopscotch here, and I'm going to siege the next one. I rolled a 6. So that siege is a success. 2 units are eliminated. and we get 2 more bucks. I forgot a couple of things, so bear with me. I have to pause right now. First of all, I forgot to move the game turn, so this is actually in the cup. I'm not as concerned about that. That cup's pretty full. The bigger thing is I skipped my levy step. So you can see here, I need 44 troops. So I'm easily spending 1, 2, 3, 4 to get 2 level 2 units so I can have 4 more points. And then I get to level up something. So I'm gonna level up a 2 to a 3, like so. And then I'm done. Okay, so I have 1, 2, and 7, 8, 9, 10, that's 30. 2, 4, 6, 8, 40, 2, 4, 5. I have 45. I needed 44. So I'm going to spend at least 1 more and get a level 1 guy out here too. So I'm at 46 or whatever it was. I don't even remember my number anymore. Okay, now back to our regularly scheduled program. I am now moving over to siege this one. And I failed. So 2 friendlies, go to unfriendly, and then 2 from the hate cup. And there it is. We do get an intern and a Gascony, which gets killed immediately because the Moor is there. And yep, it kills him immediately. Okay, so I'm going to continue my siege. I fail. There's nothing in the friendly cup anymore, so I move. I think I moved 2 from the unfriendly, because I'm supposed to move 2 from the friendly, right? So I'm going to move 2 from the unfriendly to the hate cup. All right, so hate. Just feel the dark side. And here we go. Poitiers and Viking number 2. And Viking number 2. All right, let's go. 5 or more. I rolled a 1. 2. We are now doing the force choke, which is totally dark side stuff. Convince the Senate that it's okay to go to war. This one's getting a leader. And Breton is getting a shave. Okay, 5 or more. Rolled another 1. I'm not doing well here. 2 from the hate cup. This is a Moor. So he's gonna pile up in my current spot. And Bordeaux. Okay, 5 or more. Come on. 2 to the hate cup. This is a Viking and Bordeaux. 5 or more. Come on. Could have fooled me. And Cotton Swabia. So there's a situation there. 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. 1, 2, 1, 2. Come on. 2 to the hate cup. Oops. I just had a cup malfunction. Some units sprayed. Some animals might have been harmed in the making of that film. Drawing 2. We got Fruity Tooty and Saxons 2, which becomes another leader. So here we go. Finally win the siege. And I get $2 for that. And an unfriendly goes to a friendly. And we draw 2 from the hate cup. And we have another one from Britain. And Moravia gets its leader. So the Balkans have a ton of leaders now. Okay, so it's annoying because I can't build roads in Spain or a church unless it's empty. No, I can start a church in Spain. So that's doable. The roads, oh, that's right. Purple. Did I build road? No, there was troops in purple, wasn't there? I couldn't build roads there yet. So I need to eliminate troops. And in fact, the Vikings are preventing me from building roads there. That's actually quite tricky. So one of the huge mistakes I made in this game is I need to build roads there first, because towards the end of the game, the Vikings and the Moors become a bigger issue. I'm never going to have the Vikings empty. So therefore, I will never be able to build roads there. And so I screwed myself. I should have built roads there before I built roads in Italy. Italy is pretty easy to clear out. Oh, what a stupid move. Okay, I will move my marquee to here. And of course I fail. Why wouldn't I? Friendly cup is now empty again. 2 hate. And we have an end turn. And this is another Moor, which is bad because it just blew past my marquee. And I'm sitting up there in the middle of nowhere. So, we're in the build phase, and I'm going to spend $3 and start my last church in Saxon, which I know I said was stupid, but I'm doing it because it's more stupid to try to wait until I can build one in Spain. I know I'm never going to be able to build roads and boats here or there, but I don't expect to, because you have to have no enemy units present. And what's the chances that the Saxons, the Spanish, or even the Britons are going to have no enemy units? 0. Roads and boats are near impossible. Those are the regions you just need to build first. And I was stupid. I waited until the end. Big mistake. So I started a church. Can I build roads and boats anywhere? I have roads and boats in 2 places, and I think that's all I can do. Because I need to have no Vikings or enemy units. And not going to happen. Okay, now we do the Vikings. So one of them gets killed for free, and then we have to pay $2 for the other ones. So 2 more off on the treasury. Now we got this this status down here. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 Moors here. And I rolled a 5. Bear in mind, I get a +2. So that was actually a 7. But I only kill 1, this one. And so that's what happens there. And no Byzantine Empire at all yet. Have you noticed that? That's really fascinating. They are in this cup somewhere. Yeah, I even see them in there. The friendly cup is completely empty, so the Byzantines are around. They're just, I think they're trying to answer the question of, is it Constantinople or Istanbul? Or in their case, Byzantium. So, this is, which one's the hostile cup? See, look, I got all my stuff confused. There we go, that's the hostile cup. All right, that's the unfriendly. Okay. England, do we hit our threshold? I'm pretty sure we do. Threshold is 21. We're sitting on 26. We do go up on the threshold. We get to 8. Now, if we were to get to 9, for every one that we go beyond that, I can't believe I'm actually looking at this rule. I thought I would never use this rule. Sorry, I'm looking. Okay, it just says that if you ever go beyond 9, you're just going to score 1 point. So there is that option to voluntarily spend points, and then you would get half of whatever you spend. So if you spend 9 points, you get half of the 9. So it makes no sense whatsoever to just stay at 9 and let yourself go to 10. You should always voluntarily spend, unless of course it's the last turn of the game or something like that. Okay, so that's that for England. And we're not at 9 yet, so we don't have to worry about that too much. Okay, end turn phase. No leaders on the board. Do we have a finished church with no Vikings and no Moors? We do. Topmost unit is eliminated. And so this is eliminated. And then these two go into the friendly cup. And this one goes into the friendly cup. Okay, next. Topmost unit, as long as there's no leader. Unfortunately, the pagans have leaders in their area. There's nowhere else that we have to worry. Additionally, the marquee eliminates 1. So 1 and 1 and 1. And then the purple goes there. Okay, so then we get our monies. We're gonna get 26 bucks plus 6 is 32. Like that. All right, so we have 2 level 3s. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4 marquee, 1, 2, 3 churches. And then I'm looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 leaders. That hurts. So now it's really cool. When you're the HRE, you get rid of all level 1 and level 2 leaders, but if they're pagan, it doesn't matter. And the pagan leaders are the only leaders that are on the board. So that part is interesting. It's not, being an HRE hasn't really done much for me. In fact, it's done nothing other than it's just a condition for winning the game. I'm just looking in the rules for that +1, +2 thing. It's called de-escalation. It tells you flat out, pagan leaders are not eliminated. Yeah, wishful thinking there. Okay, we have to spend money for the Moors. There's 2 boxes occupied by the Moors. We lose 2 more bucks. That puts us to 16 bucks. Okay, I think we can start spending gifts. That actually might be very useful. And this is where maybe a marquee in a pagan region would have been helpful, but it is what it is. Let's do this cup. The hostels are, all the pagans are hostile. The interns are hostile. The Vikings are hostile. The Ottomans, we need to do an Ottoman check. No, I did that, I passed. So we're at peace with the Ottomans, so they go unfriendly. And then I have no enemy presence and a church, so these go into a friendly cup. And then these are going to go into an unfriendly cup. All right, I think we start the next round. So we move up to turn 9, and the threshold now is 48 for the troops, and then 24 for the taxation, and then 75 points. I'm currently on 64. Ooh, I am not at... Oh, I forgot to score my points. I was getting really nervous there. I was like, holy cow. Yeah, I got to score points. Enemy-free regions. I have 3 of them. 1, 2, 3. I have 1 intrigue marker. I am the Holy Emperor. Ah, I am smelling like a rose. I am 4 marquee. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3 churches. And then I get 1 for every 5 coins in the treasury. And you can see I get 2 points there. So 2 more. So that puts me to 79. Yes, I'm already past the threshold. I was like really sweating. I was like, man, that must have really jumped. Okay, so now we got to do this. I do need 4 more points of troops. So I am going to spend 1, 2, 3, 4 for 2 of these. And in fact, I'm going to spend 2 more and get another one, because there is a limit to how many I can buy a turn. And that's it. I'll stop for now. And then I get to promote. I have no level 3 infantry anymore. So the best I can do is promote level 1 to level 2. I cannot promote cavalry. So at some point, I'm going to have to start buying the rest of those level 1 troops, but I can do that next turn. So level 1 to level 2, that should be more than enough points. I guess I got to check again. 5, 8, 10 times 3 is 30. 2, 4, 6, 8, 40. 2, 4, 6, 8, 50, 52, 53. And our threshold is 46. 52 is the threshold at level 10. And then it's going to be 56 and then 60. Now, you lose points, as you may remember. If I fail to meet the military threshold, it doesn't cause us to lose the game. We just lose points. And that point loss occurs after the victory point check. So that part's good. I think the biggest thing here is I may have to start doing battles so I can promote units. And I need to maybe consider promoting to level 4 again. So that way, or at least maybe get these units to level 3. So that way I can get some more points. Because I'm running out of troops that are not level 3, is what I'm trying to say. So I think I'm going to give them their wish. So I'm going to stop here, take a quick break. I need a drink. My throat is very dry from all this talking. But I am going to continue. It is late at night, but I'm having a good time. So thank you, Mr. Designer, for giving me a good time. And let's see how this ends. I'm getting excited. There's only a few more turns. Some things are mounting up. And I think I'm going to risk some stuff and go after those Moors in Gascony. The thing I'm hung up on is I think it said I can only attack if we're at tension. But it flips back to peace every time I eliminate a unit. but there's still units here. So I'm wondering if I'm supposed to stay in tension, and I'm just misunderstanding that rule. So I'm going to check that too. Anyways, thanks for watching. Stay awesome. See you soon.